Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope your day is going fabulous. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm super excited to be part of a blog hop for Pretty Pink Posh. They're celebrating their brand new May release, and you are going to be very inspired, guys, by this release and by all the fun inspiration at the blog hop. There's a giveaway to go with it too. So I'll list it down below if you want to head on over. Tons of inspiration. First, we're going to play with a beautiful stamp set called Flower Bouquets, perfect for spring, Mother's Day. And then we're also going to be using this brand new stamp set. It's called Spring Circles, and the die that goes with it, coordinates with it, is super pretty. It's like a tag, or you can make it a tag or a window, so a very versatile item. And then last but not least, I'm going to be playing with the Dad stamp set. This has a little bit of everything. Great for Father's Day, but also for Dad's cards, birthday cards. So we're going to create a card with that too. There's all kinds of sports in there. There's fishing poles, and then there's tools too, so it's perfect for guys. To accent our cards, we're going to be using the brand new mini polka dot stencil too. That's part of the release. So these are just some of the items in the release. There's a lots more. So head on over and check out all the inspiration using this brand new release. Okay. We are going to stamp just one of the flower vases in this stamp set. We're going to stamp it 3 times. There's one flower in here, and I want a kind of a variety of color, so we're just stamping the same image 3 times. I'm going to, I stamp with Memento ink, and then I'm going to be coloring in with my Copic markers. Now I left the coloring in, but I'm going to play a little music while I color. I sped it up really fast, you can see. But when I'm done coloring, I will get you back. Okay, coloring is all done, and I went for brown vases. I want to kind of do a theme, color theme with the red, the blue, and the yellows for all 3 of my projects today. For my red vase, I did tie a bow with some white twine. It's easy to do around the top of that little vase that they're in. But I colored the vases brown because we're going to be using some wood grain pattern paper, and I thought the brown would go good with it. Okay, I have a panel that's slightly smaller than my card base. We're going to mask off the top area just with some post-it note or post-it tape. And then I'm going to bring in my mini polka dot stencil. I love polka dots and stripes, and so I loved it when they came out with a small stencil. I'm using my Distress Oxide inks to color in this background. This is Vintage Photo, and I wanted to kind of create a darker point behind my flowers, and then I want to fade out. So the fade out color is Antique Linen. We're just gonna circle around that Vintage Photo, kind of blending them both together and kind of lightening as we go to the top. And as I saw it, I thought, you know what, let's do the whole bottom a little bit more with Vintage Photo. So I'll just use my blending tool and darken that up just a little bit more. So we have a gradient polka dot background just on our top area of our panel. We're going to remove our Post-it note tape, and I love the way this looks. Next, I wanted all three vases in a little triangle off to the left here. The blue and the yellow, we're just going to directly adhere to our panel, and then the red one I did pop up with foam adhesive. That's the one with the bow. But I'm saving a little bit of room so we can stamp our sentiment. So we're going to stamp that with black ink. So I'm going to bring in my acrylic block and my VersaFine Onyx black ink, and then we'll stamp our sentiment. It says, "You're so special," or "You are special." I think this is a nice card for Mother's Day too. I think that would be really nice. Now I went ahead and added some fun foam behind this panel, and then we're placing it on our card base, but I had put some of that wood grain pattern paper, I just picked it out from my stash, halfway from the bottom to the middle, just so we have a little bit of that wood grain in the background. I did add some clear droplets. I believe these are the 3mm and the 5mm. I'll list them down below, but I just added a few for a little bit of embellishing. Now that was card number 1. We're going to move on to card number 2, but we're not going to finish it, only because I'm going to use some texture paste, and so I wanted it to dry first. But I'm taking one of my spring circles, and we're just going to use basically the same Copic colors that we used for our vases in our first card. I'm going to color in my image with the same colors of markers. So I basically just skipped the colors after I colored it in. I'm just going to dot the beak with my red marker. But that is the cutest little image. And these little circles, there's the hummingbird, a beautiful hummingbird, and then there's the bumblebees. There is the little floral bouquets, lots in these circles, and I think the sky's the limit with this. I was tickled about this little die set. It coordinates with your spring circles, but it's also nice, a standalone die actually. You can see it fits it perfectly. You can actually pop up your frame and have your scene on the inside, or do it vice versa. I want to do something a little bit different. For my background, this is the wood grain pattern paper that I'm using. I'm trimming down my panel so it measures 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches. So we're going to have a 1/4 inch all around our card base. Now I'm covering my stencil, and by the way, I did add my pixie spray to my stencil. That's why it's sticking down. That stuff, it works really good with stencils. But this is texture paste. I'm just using the white one. It doesn't dry exactly white. It kind of fades out a little bit, but I'm just covering the entire wood grain pattern paper with my texture paste. I thought it would be a nice little added detail, and polka dots to me just add daintiness, and I love the way this looks. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pick this up, kind of wipe off the edges so they're nice and a clean edge when it dries. I'm going to clean my work surface, and we're going to set this aside, and then we're going to come back to card number 2. So we're going to dive right into card number 3. So we're going to grab our dad stamp set, which I think is so fun. I love that there's a fishing pole, there's footballs, baseballs, basketballs, baseball caps, there is fish in here, there is lots of tools and gadgets, so it's perfect for the guys in our lives. We're going to stamp this with Memento Tuxedo black ink, and then I'm going to use again those same Copic markers that I had used for the previous card. So they're nice versatile colors. We're going to grab the fishing pole, and of course dad, and I love that the dad is in like a wood grain texture. And I'm also going to grab that little fish. I'm going to put him in my Misty, and we'll stamp him. That dad is a pretty good size, so I think the Missy is going to make it nice and even. I'm stamping again with Memento ink, and then I will take my little fish and stamp that a few extra times. I wanted 3 fish in total, so we're going to do a little bit of coloring, and I'm going to skip the coloring for this too, but it's basically the same as what I did with the vases, guys. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish by die cutting out my dad and my fishing pole and those 3 cute little fish. And then once they're die cut, we're going to go ahead and work on our background for this card. Now, I have that negative piece that we die cut out for card number 2. It was sitting on my desk, and I thought, you know, that is so pretty. Yeah, I'm going to use it. So I did trim the left and right and evened it out a little bit. And then I thought that'd make it like a nice little kind of aquarium for a card. So behind the aquarium, I'm bringing in more Distress Oxide ink. This is Tumble Glass, just adding a little bit of shading inside that window. And then I'm going to take one of those leftover pieces of my wood grain pattern paper. We're going to trim this and create kind of like a sandy bottom for our aquarium, our fancy little aquarium here. And I'm just going to eyeball it with my scissors, just kind of create an S shape. And this is going to make a nice little bottom for our fish tank. We'll flip this over, add a little bit of adhesive, tack down our wood grain pattern, and then I'll flip this panel over and add foam adhesive behind it. If you wanted to make this a shaker card by adding acetate, I think you could do that too. But I think it's just cute the way this is. We're going to add this to our card front, and then we're going to add our dad just below that fish tank bottom. And I'm going to start off by adhering him directly to my card front with my tape runner. I think we better start with the A though, because this way we can center it, and then the D's will just fall in line. I added my fishing pole right over dad, and then I did add 3 fish in the fishing tank area, which I'm thinking now that I have a fishing pole next to a fishing tank, and so kind of doesn't make sense, but I don't think the dad's going to really notice. I just think it looks so cute. I did finish off the sentiment with stamping it on black cardstock, and then heat embossing with white embossing powder. It says "You're the best," and we're going to add that to dad. Last but not least, I'm going to bring back those clear bubbles, and we're going to add a few little bubbles to our scene, and then that finishes off our card number 3. So we're going to go back and finish off card number 2. My texture paste has dried. It's didn't take very long at all actually, but I love the way it looks on this wood grain pattern paper. I'm adhering it to my card front, which all of my cards today, guys, are in a standard A2 size card. And once we have that adhered, I didn't want to add a sentiment for this. I wanted to just keep it like a note card, and I immediately thought that this little piece looked like not only does it look like a tag, but it looks like a birdhouse to me. So I want to punch a hole in it using my crocodile here, and then we're going to add an eyelet, just making it a little bit fancier. I'll punch an eyelet in there, and then I'm going to go ahead and take some white twine, and we'll add that, kind of creating like a little birdhouse effect. Now I did add foam adhesive behind it. We're going to secure that on our card front, and then offset our little inside piece so it's sitting on top of that, but just offset a bit. Something about this, I just love the way it looks. I didn't left the inside blank. You could turn it into a shaker if you wanted to, but I just thought this was just something nice and clean and simple. I'm going to finish it off by adding a little bit of dotted detail to my birdie. I just like to add dots on the belly of the bird, and then that finishes off my 3rd project, guys. I hope you join us for the blog hop today. fantastic inspiration, I have to tell ya. And then this new item release over at Pretty Pink Posh is pretty amazing. There's lots to it, and I'll list everything down below if you guys want to check it out or head on over. And again, there is a giveaway to go with the block hop. But I had so much fun creating with the products, and I hope you can join us. Thank you so much for stopping by. I wish you a fabulous day, and we will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.